that yoga actually introduces, that has been passed on from the masters, to actually tackle the very root cause of that, the very root cause of tension. Because all the things that we do in our practices, which are fantastic, I need them, I'd be dead without them, I'm mad without them. But they are just not enough in going to what is actually causing the tension from underneath, from where is actually all in the mind. And some of it are so deep, deep, deep in the mind that we don't even know are there, unless we start, like in a soil, that you've done a lot of gardening these days, in deep, deep in the soil, you start playing, start doing, you start digging roots that you didn't know were there. Yoga offers the solution to negative thoughts, to thoughts that create emotional distress. I found two references to this, which is the first one is in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. For those who don't know him, he was a saint who passed on the art, the science of yoga to everybody. Thousands of years ago, I think about 2,000 years ago, there is discussion over that. And in that book, he mentions in the Sutras 2.33, he says, when disturbed by a negative thought, think of its opposite, positive thought. And it could be taken literally, it could be taken as if you're wearing a black lens that is seeing the world or seeing the situation really dark and negative. Just wear it, change it to a pinky, rosy lens, and then see it as something very beautiful and great. So if you were thinking COVID-19 is horrific, it's terrible, just change the lens to COVID-19 is fantastic, it's really nice. I don't think the Patanjali would want you to change the lens from one color to the other. Everything in his book suggests that it's about discoloring, cleaning, purifying. So I believe by that he actually means to clean the black lens of the negative thoughts with the possibility of entertaining its opposite. Is it possible that the opposite is also true? Entertaining the opposite. So if I'm thinking COVID-19 is horrible, COVID-19 is also a blessing. And I'm looking at it and looking at different situations and seeing that possibly there is a truth in that. There's also another method that I found in the systematic course in the ancient tantric techniques of yoga and kriya, very important book, you can see from its size. And in there, they do mention that the root cause of tension is in the mind. And they do mention that the way to tackle it is to, when you find yourself in front of a negative thought, to invalidate it. Just invalidate it. Now, talking from my experience, and I've worked a lot with my own mind, needed a lot of work, still does. The invalidating purely is just saying COVID-19 is horrible. No, it's not. And leaving it as that. It's not true. But the way I read it, with my current understanding, is to see that thought is not the absolute truth. It's relative. It may be horrible in this situation, but it's a blessing in this situation. And by not looking at the world and by not projecting an absolute lens in the world, we are able to kind of be a little bit more detached from our own thoughts. And how we perceive the world can actually become a little bit wider. We can open our mind. And when we clean the lenses of our perceptions, by using these two methods, either or both, we can actually see reality as it is, not giving it different colors of black, white, pink, all that kind of thing, but it becomes transparent. So as Patanjali would say, that the mind becomes so still, so clean, so transparent, and it can really reflect reality as it is. So these are the methods. These are what yoga offers us on top of doing everything that we are doing. The person that actually has really given me the understanding of what the yogis talk about is actually a non-yogi. She really is a yogi, but she doesn't have a yoga background. A non-yogi Western lady, Byron Katie, who kind of gets you to really understand that. And she has inspired me. The yogis have inspired me to start a class, a weekly class, where people can get together and look at their mind in a systematic way, where we can open up and we can create kind of the ambiance, the atmosphere, that the mind and the emotions are ready to perceive these new, to view things with a new perception, to view things with a transparent lens, or to open their mind. And I'm starting it. I want to do it every Thursday at the moment. It's a Zoom class at the moment, between 6 to 7. And whoever wants to join me, to kind of play with these concepts a little bit, so that you can yourself, sitting, taking in the same way that we sit in a place to meditate, to sit and get to know the play of our mind in a playful, joyous way. That's why I've called it the play, the Leela. And I do hope that I will see you there, and then we can play together. Thank you. Namaste.